Hi, I'm going to share a critical step in changing your serpentine belt on your F10 N55 BMW. But I learned the hard way. I couldn't find any videos on this critical step, and there's actually two, but I'm going to share both of them here. So the problem with the belt is it's even when you remove, there's a tensioner down here, and even when you remove all the tension off that belt, there's not quite enough slack to get the belt onto the alternator here. You can kind of get it close on one side where it'll start, but there's just no way to get it up over the ridge on the alternator. So what I did is I got a 22 millimeter socket and a 1/2 inch breaker bar, and I put that on the crank down there, and while I turned it, I had another set of hands get this close where it was just right at the edge here. It was just starting, and then as I turned it, they would push on the belt and basically just firmly hold it in place, and it would just slowly walk its way onto the pulley. It probably took a full revolution to get the belt walked up onto the alternator. The other one that I've only noticed one video that gives you this secret is the tensioner down here. You have to put a special socket, I forget that it's a Torx, to take tension off that with a breaker bar. But there's another trick. You can use either a dowel pin or I just used a drill bit, and I can't remember the exact size, but there's a hole in the block, and so when you take the tension off with the breaker bar, you can slide a drill bit in there and it'll engage in a hole in the block, and that will lock the tensioner in place so that you'll be freed up to turn the crank. So I hope this tip helps. I've never made an audio video before, but I spent all day on this. I mean, I did some other things, but basically it took me all day to figure this out, even after a lot of time of watching other people's videos. So I wish I would have made it, while everything was still apart, but take care.